In the wake of the devastating shooting at the Covenant School in Nashville, many parents, of course, they're faced with trying to figure out how to talk to their children about grief, about gun violence, and still feeling safe when going to school each day.
So here to help us with this conversation is clinical psychiatrist Dr. Sue Varma. Welcome, Dr. Varma. We're so glad to have you here with us. And you're a mother yourself. You even actually have a 9-year-old in your house, right?
Absolutely, yes.
So I know that this is hitting home for you, hitting home for all of us, dedicated uncle, parents here. It's hard, and it's also our responsibility, though, to be able to talk to our kids about this in the appropriate way. What are your suggestions on that? I mean, my kids are 3 and 5. They're so little.
I know. So having a stance of openness, curiosity, asking open-ended questions. What does this mean for you? Tell me more. What are you worried about? Because a lot of times as parents, we project our own insecurities and fears and anxiety, and then having compassion and say, like, I'm sorry to hear that you feel this way. Validate the emotion. Be like, I understand. Sometimes I feel that way too. But it's important that we meet them where they're at and let them lead the conversation.
Yeah, and to that point, age is obviously the critical factor.
Right. Yes.
We're taught in medical school that it should be age appropriate for the developmental and psychological stage of that child. So what should parents know about that important issue of age?
Yes, and even though there's no hard and fast like rule of a cutoff, I tend to say that under the age of 8, unless it's affecting your family immediately and they need to know like specific safety guidelines of where to meet you, like preparedness is great, but other than that, keep it very simple. Ask them, did you hear anything in the news that's worrying you? You don't even have to go into specific details. Look, my philosophy is our job is to keep our kids safe, and that includes psychological safety, feeling a sense of calm and hope and safety. They didn't create this mess. They're not going to fix it. It's not our responsibility to burden them with additional details if it's not necessary.
And what about exposure to the news, to media? Because to children, depending on how old they are, they don't understand that they're watching the same scene looped again and again. They think it's another event happening over and over again. So what's your advice in terms of just the news and media?
Yes, to really limit and to say, like, what about this do they need to know? And say, you know what, I think you need a break from this. Let's go out and play. Give them a little bit of distraction. We want to give them a sense of normalcy, and this is not normalcy to be plugged in 24 hours to the constant news cycle. So to say, I will read the news for you, and I will figure out what of this is pertinent to you.
And behavioral signs, behavior, bedwetting, change in their eating, refusing to go to bed or school, and just talking about these nightmares, so important, and getting professional help like Dr. Varma.
Please
Thank
do that.
you so much for helping us with this conversation.
That's really good advice. And you know that schools across this country are addressing this, even to their young students today. I know mine are.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.